and charges were brought to him that this man was squandering his property. So he summoned him, and he said to him, "What is this that I hear about you? Give me an accounting of your management, because you cannot be my manager any longer." Then the manager said to himself, "What will I do now? Now that my master has taken the position away from me, I am not strong enough to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I have decided what to do, so that when I am dismissed as manager, people may welcome me in their homes." So summoning the master's debtors one by one, he asked the first, "How much do you owe my master?" He answered, 100 jugs of olive oil." He said to him, "Take your bill, sit down quickly, and make it 50. Then he asked another, "And how much do you owe?" He replied, 100 containers of wheat." He said to him, "Take your bill, and make it 80. And his master commended the dishonest manager because he had acted shrewdly. For the children of this age are more shrewd in dealing with their own generation than are the children of light. And I tell you, make friends for yourselves by means of dishonest wealth, so that when it is gone, they may welcome you into eternal homes. Whoever is faithful in very little is faithful also in much. And whoever is dishonest in a very little is dishonest also in much. If then you have not been faithful with the dishonest wealth, who will entrust you with true riches? And if you have not been faithful with what belongs to another, who will give you what is your own? No slave can serve two masters, for a slave will either hate the one and love the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and wealth." The Pharisees, who were lovers of money, heard all this, and they ridiculed him. So he said to them, "You are those who justify yourselves in the sight of others, but God knows your hearts. For what is prized by human beings is an abomination in the sight of God." This is the gospel of our Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
Please be seated. What is it that I hear about you? Give me an accounting of your management, because you cannot be my manager any longer. This really is a very sobering and somewhat confusing gospel lesson for all Christians today. In this story that Christ tells, the manager is God, and he asks his servant, the employee, which in this story is any one of us, to give an account with all that you've done, with what God has given. Apparently, Jesus has done mincing words with this crowd, and he's just laying it out on the line. Plain and simple. We don't like to think of God this way. We don't want to see and understand our relationship with God in any way that might cause us to look inwards. Because let's face it, if we are to examine ourselves and do it honestly, we would see the places that we have all squandered, what God has left us in charge of. Unpause, okay. As I was saying, we will see where we have squandered all that God has left us in charge of: our money, our health, our world, our relationships, even our faith. But we all have that place deep down inside that becomes like a gut check, that we know at some point in time we're going to stand in front of God, and we're going to give an account for our lives. Just then we may remember all those things we've done and said, or that we haven't done or said. Remembering those that didn't seem bad at the time, and then remembering those things that did, and we become getting guilty. We knew we were wrong, and we know that if God finds out, or rather when He finds out, we will face punishment, severe punishment, one that we refuse to think about or talk about. So we get busy with our lives. We look for ways to help others, thinking that if we do enough good, it'll outweigh the bad. We begin to look for loopholes in the law of God. And like the manager in our story today, God will one day say to us, "What do you know with your life?" so we began to get really good at beating the system. How many of y'all have played board games before? Growing up, board games were like a weekly game in my house. Although, I loved playing Monopoly, but I was terrible at it. Actually, I was pretty terrible at all the board games I played. But anyways, I had come across a story by Pastor John Ortberg. He's a Presbyterian pastor. About his time growing up playing the game of Monopoly, I wanted to share it with you. He used to play Monopoly with his grandmother. He said she was a lovely woman, but she was the most ruthless woman when it came to playing Monopoly. He says, imagine if you had Donald Trump marry Leona Hensley and they had a child. Then you would have some picture of how ruthless my grandmother was. See, she understood the game was to acquire. When we would play, and I was a little kid, I'd get my money from the bank, and I'd want to hang on to it. It was nice having that stack of money right there in her hands. So she spent every bit of money that she had. Every time she landed on a property, she bought it. She would mortgage it. She would put as many houses on it. Y'all play Monopoly. Y'all play Monopoly, right? You got an idea what I'm talking about. She would accumulate everything she could, and eventually would become the master of the board. And every time I landed somewhere, I had to pay her money. Eventually, she would take my last dollar, and I would quit in utter defeat. Then she'd always say the same thing to me. One day, you'll learn how to play the game. I hated it when she said it to me, but one summer, I played Monopoly with a neighbor kid, a friend of mine. Almost all day, every day. We played Monopoly for hours, and I got really good at that game. I came to understand the only way to win was to make a total commitment to acquisition. I came to understand that money and possession, that's the only way you keep score in the game of Monopoly. And by the end of that summer, I was more ruthless than Donald Trump or my grandmother. I was ready to bend the rules if I had to win the game. And I sat down with her to play that fall. Slowly and cunningly, I exposed my grandmother's vulnerability. Relentlessly, I drove her off the board. The game does strange things to you. By this time, she was an old lady, a widow, who'd raised my mom and loved her and me dearly. But I took everything I could from her. I destroyed her financially, psychologically. I watched her give her last dollar in utter defeat. It was the greatest moment of my young life. And then she had one more thing to teach me. She said, now it all goes back in the box. All those hotels and houses, the railroads, the utility companies, all that property and the money you gained, it all goes back in the box. But I didn't want it back in the box. I wanted to leave the board out there as a memorial, bronze it so you could see how good I'd become at beating her in Monopoly. My ability to play the game. No, she said none of it was really yours. You got all heated up about it for a while, but it was around a long time before you sat down at the board. And it'll be here after you're gone. You see, players come and go. But in the end, it all goes back in the box. And the game always ends. For every player, the game always ends. Every day you pick up a newspaper, you turn to a page that talks about who, this week, the game ended for. The skilled businessman, the aging, loving grandmother in hospice with cancer, the teenage kids who think life's just beginning, but somebody runs a stop sign and kills them. It all goes back in the box. The houses, the cars, the titles, the clothes, those barns that we fill, our bulging portfolios, and yes, even we go back in the box. It seems that every one of us tries to master our life. In doing so, we put ourselves right in the middle of it. Of course, we do this often forgetting the very first commandment. Thou shalt not have any other God before me. Yet at our core, we are only interested in self-preservation. When we see God's law, we try harder and harder to save ourselves, much like the man in the story. And the world comes alongside and it teaches us these things too. It teaches us to be secure. You need this amount of money or this kind of car. To be happy in life, you need this kind of job or this type of relationship. To have the right Christian church, you need to be involved with this fight or that fight. Join in the latest trend for worship. Yeah, as the story Jesus told said, we are children of light, and we are shrewd in that we always look for loopholes to try to skirt the penalty of God's law. But Jesus is the only way. He takes it out of our hands. In the law, we don't find safety, peace, salvation, guidance. We hope to be preserved by the law. Yet the harder we work, the more we find that we can't measure up to it. We cannot be saved by the law because it was never meant to save us. We can feed as many people as possible and house as many immigrants as we can find, but that is not what saves us. In our gospel today, the manager thought that if he could help enough other people out, that it would give him the security of not having to be out on his own. But what he fails to realize is that he can't make it through the world on his own. He says, I'm too ashamed to beg and not strong enough to dig, so let me try to find a way, something, anything that'll benefit me. And I'll do it so it looks like I'm helping others. Guys, the law is only here to condemn us, to show us how we're sick, how we need a doctor. We all have this cancer called self-worship, and it takes a hold of us without even knowing about it. We don't see the world through the eyes of Christ. No matter how much money we raise, or how honest we are with ourselves about our opinion of politics. No, we are that man caught in the trap of the law, always turning back to the law, trying to save ourselves, looking for a loophole. That's not the purpose of God's law. So then what do we do? What is its purpose? What does the law do? Well, one, it tells us that we fall short of the law. Two, it shows us how we fall short. Three, we try to make up for it. We try to save our own skin. Four, it still doesn't save us. And ultimately, five, Jesus comes and saves us even when we don't deserve it. We are given this faith in Christ. And it's delivered to us in His actions and His promises that God makes to us. We are no longer a slave to saving ourselves, but a slave to Christ. Yeah, one way or another, we're still a slave. But being a slave to the law only leads to self-preservation. It doesn't work out. But when we become a slave to Christ, we hear the promise of God. And we become a slave in a way the world doesn't know anything about. As a slave in Christ, we are free to worship and live a life that's dedicated to Him. The world is constantly asking us to save ourselves, to have a job, a retirement, cars, homes, material things, relationships that we stay in because we feel guilty if we leave. But when we have the Word of Christ in our ear and our heart, we hear only the love of Christ and the promise that He's here for us and that we have nothing left to worry about. He takes the load off our shoulders and goes to prepare a place for us at His Father's house. He is our eternal hope, our anchor in life, our salvation in the midst of a terrible storm. Our lives really can be like Monopoly. We start from go and collect money along the way. Some of us bank it, saving it for later. Others will spend as much as we earn. Yet through it all, there is Christ, raising the poor from the dust, lifting the needy from the ash heap, making them to sit with princes, the princes of His people. He gives the barren woman a home and